Y'all do realize that keefeD for like the last 7 years has been going on every platform, major YouTube platform that does sit-down interviews, Cam Capone, Art of Dialogue, Vladtv, numerous of times. He done been on these platforms not one time, not two times, on numerous occasions and sat down and told so many different stories and scenarios about this Tupac shit to the point where like he really incriminated himself. So how can we sit up here and just blame it on the people that do the interview when even though I ask you questions, it's up to you what you answer. If you don't want to answer the question, you can easily tell me, I don't want to answer that, on to the next question, or let's talk about something else. Why is it that certain people get asked certain things and certain people answer certain things? Has anybody ever just sat back and just thought about that? Like you got certain celebrities and artists, famous people who get on platforms and they be having the most stuff going on in their life, like the most controversy. But when they get on the platform and they do an interview, it's only certain things that they gonna talk about. It's only certain things that they gonna ask them. Why? One, because shit, they got other stuff going on other than talking about their personal shit. That's for one. And then with people like keefeD, you think about somebody like him, he ain't really got shit going on in his personal life in this era, in these days, in this time. Now in the 90s, he was that dude. Everybody from LA and in California, they say like in the 90s, like he ran shit. But now ain't nobody checking for keefeD. So when he get on these platforms and stuff, and he even got a book, so everything pretty much for like the last 7 years or just for the last 20 some years, anything that he's done to clout chase that might have incriminated him, he did it to himself. He did it to himself. They even asked him on a platform one time, they told him about something that Mike Tyson said in reference to if he was to ever run into the dude that killed Tupac, what he would do to him. And keefeD responded to that as if like Tyson said something directly to him. I think he might have said something like if Orlando Anderson was still alive, like he'll like to run into him or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But he didn't respond as if he was taking up for his nephew. He responded like Tyson was talking to him like, yeah, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? Like basically, what would you do to me? Like, come do it then. Like, if you talking all this shit, well, come do it. That sound like a killer. That sound like somebody who may have been one of the trigger men to pull the trigger. So I'm not going to sit up here and just say that Vlad is the reason why this man in jail. I'm not going to sit up here and say that none of these interviewers that do their job and you come on their platform and you answer these questions that they ask you when you got a choice whether or not you want to answer this question or that question. I'm not going to say it's their fault. It's your fault. It's keefeD's fault. Now, do I think he was a trigger man? No, I don't, because I feel like if he was the one who really shot and killed Tupac, he wouldn't still be alive after 20-something years. Many people that loved Tupac, many people that was around Tupac at the time when he died and how he tried to make himself be affiliated with the blood members and stuff like that and how dangerous Suge Knight was in the 90s. If keefeD was the one who really killed Tupac and pulled the trigger, I don't think he would have been around this long. I think somebody just out of love of Tupac would have been and done something to him, whether it happened back then, whether it happened in the early 2000s, whether it happened in the last 7 to 8 years with all these interviews you doing and you slick saying stuff and incriminating yourself. Like, something would have been done to this guy at some point, but it hasn't. He's still been walking around. He's just clout chasing, and clout chasing had put him in a situation to where like now you gonna have to do what you did before. You already quote unquote snitched in the situation when it was a case in the 90s and you gave up your nephew after he died. So it like now if that you already a known rat, it's documented, you're a known snitch. Now you going down for the murder of one of the greatest rappers of all time almost 30 years later. It's either you take that and you ride with that and you actually the killer, or now you gotta go talk some more. You take another deal, you make another profit or whatever, you know, to get yourself out of this. And what that's gonna do, that may build another case in this modern day and open up some new shit with some new names. Like, I don't want to say it, but people always, you know, saying that Diddy may have played a part in it, saying that, you know, he wrote like $1 million check to one of the guys who was supposed to have been a part of the murder of Tupac, affiliated with some of the shit or whatever. So you never know like how this gonna go at this point right here. He already known as a snitch. He told on his nephew in the beginning, he put the death on his nephew. Now he like the shit and came back and it flipped on him. He gonna either ride it out and keep his mouth closed, or he gonna go in there and talk some more, and he gonna incriminate some more people that might be still around 25, 30 years later. But do I think Vlad is the reason why keefeD got picked up today and being charged with the murder of Tupac? No. Just like when these rappers go to prison, AR locked up because of his Vladtv interview, do I feel like Vlad is the reason for that? No. Because when you got a job to do and your job is to interview people, sit them down, ask them questions and stuff, that's your job, that's your profession. It's up to them people what they answer and what they allow you to ask them. Just because you ask the question, don't mean they gotta answer. Like if I'm a content creator, if I'm a blogger and I got people on my platform and I'm asking them stuff, it's your right whether or not you wanna answer it or not. If you wanna talk about it and we on a platform where, you know, this is content, then you just gonna become content. But don't blame it on me because you opened your mouth and you clout chased on the situation for years and years and people paid you to hear your story and now you in trouble. Don't blame that on me. Don't blame that on that. I don't feel like that's Vlad's fault. I feel like if anybody should be held accountable right now, it's keefeD. But I don't feel like keefeD is the one who really killed Tupac. I feel like whoever killed Tupac is already dead. What keefeD finna go through right now is just probably a lot of questioning, and he gonna have to probably answer some stuff that he already answered. And like I said earlier in the video, maybe now he probably gonna start talking to get himself out of the situation and start bringing up names of people who still alive, who been alleged for years, supposed to be the one who may have paid a little money when stuff was done, like made a phone call, like this y'all work? Bet, I got a check on the way, $1 million check. But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. T-RaeTv. If you watched this and stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate that. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Watch this video right here because this gonna trip you out. Y'all be easy.